Hello, my name's Duncan, and welcome to Backwards and Knocking Back Books. And it's a pick and mix, which is just random stuff. It's going to have my pickups. It's going to be talking about the vet, what I've been reading this week. It's not going to be a particularly long one. I might show you some video of when we do some walking, because it's been quite a beautiful week here this week. And this is Ruby, the little pom-poms. We love Ruby, don't we? You're not staying with me the whole of this. Oh, and I wanted to mention a bit about some other videos. So, yes, it's been reading wise. This week I've not read huge amounts. I've read partway through Imperial Earth, which I'm buddy reading with Gavin from Genre Books. Which I have a couple. I know. Stop moaning. Stop moaning. Which is there. I'm about halfway through it. I should hopefully finish it. Probably in a couple of days. And I'm also partway through reading Gordon Dixon's Man from Earth, which is a collection of shorts. But there's one short here I'm going to do a specific video on, which, excuse my shelves. My shelves are a bit messy at the back there. So those is what I've been reading. I'm doing some comic reading at the moment. It's just some random. Just finished Doomsday Clock, and I am just going to start a run of Alien, I think, aren't I? You look like you're very comfortable here. But I do need to put you down in a minute. Hey, Miss Pom-Poms. But yeah, I said it's been a lovely week here. I hope it's been nice where you are. I've my little man, my little Yorkie, we took him to the vet this week, and he's not been able to walk much recently, and he wanted to walk on the way back, and so I walked part of the way. I had to carry him part of the way, and he was beautiful. So I may show you a little bit of that on the video, and also when I was out with Lilu, one of my other dogs, Sharpei. I've only got 3 of them. Okay, it was we had some beautiful blossom and stuff, so we did well this week for walks. So yeah, I also received a couple of books. I need to put you down, Poms. Can I put you down? Give me a couple of seconds while I pop the pom-pom down. Come on, baby. Yeah, a couple of books that have arrived that I had ordered. One of them I ordered quite quickly. And the first one is called Antistilak. I've pronounced that incredibly badly. This is a Scots Gaelic book. I am in the middle of learning Scots Gaelic very slowly. And this is a book, a science fiction book. And it's about the last survivor of Earth on a mission to find a new planet. And it's very short. It's only, how long is it? 21 chapters, but page-wise, 60 odd pages. Just a novella, really. I picked this up because we have the Gaelic here, but above the Gaelic you have a little sort of synopsis. I don't know whether you can see that. So I'm hoping sort of by the sort of mid to back of the year I might be able to vaguely read this. That's my aim, is just to try and read this. Because my ultimate aim is there's a hard science fiction book, the only hard science fiction book ever to be published in Scots Gaelic, and there's no English translation, and I just would like to read it, and I thought that could be quite entertaining. It's quite a little challenge. So yes, so that I'll tell you about my progress on that. It could take me a while. I think it's an interesting language to learn. It's like you read it phonetically. So I'm doing everything. I'm listening to we have Gaelic radio station here that I listen to, and I have no idea what they're on about. No idea what they're on about, but it's just like hearing it and just trying to look at stuff, and I'm obviously doing the actual proper learning as well. But yeah, it's interesting. I've not tried to learn a language since, well, I did French at school, which I think everybody did, and I did very badly because I didn't try it in French. But I can read a bit of French. Oh, and I know some Latin, because I learnt Latin at school when I was a boy. Probably my school was one of the few people to teach Latin, which came into use for when I was doing medical stuff, because a lot of Latin and Greek is in that, so I could translate some of that. But yes, so I'm yeah, quite excited by that. Something a bit different. So the Imperial Earth that I'm reading along with Gavin, you probably saw, if you didn't see, I got a video where I put a link somewhere of my feelings on C Clarke, because I have problems liking him and I think I should like him. But I also got hold of, because I like the sound of the synopsis, was The Songs of Distant Earth, which has got a nice Michael Whelan cover on it. And it's just because the synopsis on the back about a sort of generation ship going, I quite liked it. And it just sounded a bit, part of my problems with Clarke has always been his characterisation. This sounded like it could have quite good characterisation in it. And then also this book that I know absolutely nothing about, by Colin Greenland. I've never read any Colin Greenland, and it's Take Back Plenty, and this is being picked up for a buddy read later in the year, and I know nothing about it. I like the cover though. Don't know who the cover's by. I can hardly see that, my eyesight's so bad. Steiner Land or something? Probably not saying that, but I know the original cover was slightly different, but this was like a second printing. But yes, I've never read any Colin Greenland I know of. I may have done the odd short story, but who knows? So yes, that's all I've been doing book-wise reading. Quite interesting. Couple of interesting videos I saw this week was, it takes me a while to get to it, was Steve Donahue did one about people saying that Booktube had gone downhill and gone bad. Well, I'd just like to say Booktube saved me, not saved me. Booktube is one of the highlights of my, it sounds bad, it's highlights of my life, but no, it's one of my highlights. Watching it and doing it. When we first started in the pandemic, as you probably know, I'm the full-time carer for my wife, who's ill, disabled, she's got immunocompromised, and so at the beginning of COVID, it was like, I'm scared to leave the house and what have you. So that's when I really discovered YouTube, and that's Booktube, and really was quite interested in doing Booktube. So I watched so much of it through COVID, as a lot of people. It's one of these things. I think Sharpace is about to bark at somebody. Are you, Lilu? No, she's not. Sorry, I just thought I preempted. No, but the pom goes break there for some dog barking. It's because it's Sunday and everybody's looking out the window because I've got the blinds open to let some decent light in here. But yes, during COVID I was worried along with a lot of people, and it's one of the things that almost kept me going was Booktube, and the idea of doing Booktube, which I eventually did, despite my nervousness, and it's been one of the best things I've ever done. And I really, really enjoy it. I've loved meeting people, and as you do on these things, and relating to all us in a little corner of Booktube that we all reside. So it's been great. So all these people going around Booktube destroy my reading. Don't get it, but it's what people feel. It's what they want. But there was another one. What's the other video I was going to comment on? Sorry, there was two videos I was going to comment on. Yeah, I forgot which video I was going to comment on, and now I realised it was Roy's from Roy Reads Anything, and his video on W. Smith's, which I will link places wherever I need to, and obviously Steve's. If you don't know, W. Smith is or was a store in the UK which sold everything from stationery to books and things like that. It's a high street store. It's been taken over. All their high street ones have now been bought by somebody, I can't remember who, and rebranded, and they're going to probably sell other stuff. The only ones they're keeping are their airport ones. Not going to go into why I think they fell into sort of less favour. I think it's just because they didn't know what they were going to do. But I've got fond memories of W.H. Smith's because where I was brought up in the city of Winchester, we used to go into the one there and actually buy it. Was a fantastic shop that I used to get comics. I used to get, and they were the only place that would import things like Starlog magazine I used to get. But no, back to W.H. Smith's. They used to have a great record section at the back, and the record section was actually really, really good. And I remember picking up the album of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, not the recording of the radio series, which I have, but an album, because they re-recorded the whole of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Well, not the whole of it, part of it, and put it on vinyl albums. And so you had The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which was a double album, and then you had The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, which was a single one. And said they re-recorded it instead of just taking the recordings from what they'd already recorded for the radio. They just re-recorded it. But these are very good. I've actually got copies of them, and from mine, which I recorded off the vinyl, and they're really good. They're just different, and they're basically sort of the same. They sort of the same, but I can't remember whoever played Trillian in the radio series wasn't available, so they've got somebody else playing Trillian in it. But they're quite a sort of oddity, but a good oddity, and I really enjoy and I listen to them occasionally. But yes, I bought that record there, and I bought other records. I bought Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. I remember buying there, and I think I brought my album of the soundtrack to Star Wars there as well. But books and stuff. The railway station in Southampton. A few years later, I used to go and visit my dad in Southampton, and I used to live at Weymouth, which is quite an hour and a half train ride. And so I used to go and visit him. So they used to have a W.H. Smith on the station, and in there I used to pick up the odd thing. And I picked up Tony Hawk's Round Island with a Fridge, which is a great book if you've never read it, when it came out. And I used to pick up these, which is Star Blazers, which is the same sort of format as Commander magazines, but they have little science fiction stories, and I've got quite a few of them, and I will do a video on them one day. But look at them. Great stuff. But they used to have books and everything. I said I used to like the one in Winchester. But yeah, it's a sad loss. But I have a feeling they just sort of didn't know what to do, and really the stationery and stuff like that can be done anywhere. But yeah, it's a shame that they've gone off the high street. But as with many high street stores, everybody's struggling. So yeah, Royce did a great video on it, so please go and visit his video, because it is really, really good, and he's probably explained it all a little better than I did, but also his memories of it are fantastic. But that's it for this sort of pick and mix and dogs barking and nonsense like that. So I'm going to go off and do a quick edit on this and hopefully get this up for Sunday evening, if not Monday. Oh, what I will say is podcast. Me and Al recorded our podcast last week. We had a technical hitch. Al got turned sideways, so I've been trying to sort that out in the post-editing thing, and it's taken me longer than I thought. So that will now be out on Wednesday. I was trying to get it out for Monday, but I've had a busy weekend, so it's going out sort of a bit later than it normally would. So keep an eye out for the podcast, because the podcasty thing number 11, I think it is out soon. Anyway, I've got a couple more videos coming this week, and I will speak to you all very soon, and have a good week, and enjoy your reading, and bye for now.